Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. We're going to be asking the question, in what ways would you grow from this relationship? So I'm making it like, in my mind, the way I seen it was like, imagine you have a neighbor, you see some random guy, girl on the street, or you meet somebody at the club, or you meet somebody at a bar, you meet somebody at the grocery store, you meet somebody at the library, just casually, right? And you wonder, like, I wonder what would be like if we become friends, if we become lovers, if we become business partners. That's like the intention. Like, in what ways would you grow from that type of relationship? All right, so that's what the intentions are behind these four piles. Okay, so anyway, I got the bike. Can you tell? I got the mic. Could y'all hear that? Anyway, I'm feeling super goofy today, dog. It's feeling good now. It's just starting to feel good. All right, so I don't want to do too much talking because I'll definitely go like left field with some stuff. Four piles. I got some ground cinnamon. I'll be using that with my smoothies. I got these animal cards that my daughter be having. She don't play with them no more. I got animal crap. Well, a cookie. It's a fortune cookie. All right, and I got this Vaseline. Okay, it's the little Vaseline for the lips. Matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, so that's what we're doing. Four piles. Pick your pile. I'm going to get started over here with pile one. Boom. Pile one. So, pile one. In what ways would you grow from this relationship? Okay, so this might be like an entrepreneur pile, okay? Because this probably would be like a business owner, you know what I mean, or at least someone who cares about stability, like being, grounded. But this is more, this is like entrepreneurial or learning, teaching, influencing, schooling people, like somewhere, and it's just like interacting with a lot of people, learning, getting things started, taking initiative, being rigid, not being so flexible, not always being so leisurely or taking time out, finding your own personal power, finding a higher power, learning to take control, like actually moving forward, taking action, taking steps, being aggressive, being competitive. This is Mars energy, getting emotion, and I have sensitive. We have Pisces energy, we have Gemini energy. So you could be a Gemini, you could be a Scorpio, you could be an Aries, you could be a Scorpio, you could be an Aquarius, you could be a Pisces, you could be a Taurus, and those are the signs I have. You don't have to be, but you could be in that energy of those signs. But basically, a relationship with this person would teach you how to cross-examinate is kind of the word that comes. I thought of cross-contaminate, but I'm thinking like intermingling with other people, because the Gemini energy is here and this is cross-pollinate. So this would teach you to basically learn to resource with other people, learning to get information from over here, get information from over there, keeping like an open mind. But like, because I think of flowers, and when I think of flowers, I think of abundance. And so, thinking of how to think outside the box in order to acquire abundance, because it's also right next to second house, which is material gains. And so I'm thinking about this. And then we have sensitize, which is healing, right next to, they're right next to each other, healing and putting this into motion and getting more information and inquiring and being open-minded, in order to heal, heal these inflex, because sometimes flexible, because we got flexible and reverse. And so sometimes flexible and reverse can either be being too rigid, or needing to actually be more flexible. It could be a mixture of two. So it could be one or two. So if you're too rigid, they would teach you how to be more flexible in other ways. And if you're too flexible, then they would teach you to be a little bit more steadfast in other ways. But they'd more so be teaching you, or you'd be growing this energy of yourself. How to get things into motion, how to take control, how to take the lead, how not to always be so passive or so subdued, and it could be just because you got Eight of Cups here in reverse, we got Ace of Cups in reverse, we got High Priestess in reverse, we got the Star in reverse. And so these people would pretty much teach you to always go after the things that you really truly wish for. You know what I mean? Because Eight of Cups is about not walking away. Ace of Cups is also about not really reciprocating. It's not about reciprocation, but it's about not feeling abundant. In reverse, this is an inner feeling, so it's not feeling abundant emotionally. You know what I mean? And so this would be like a dissatisfaction in a sense, because the Eight of Cups is like, I can't leave this situation that I've invested in emotionally. And that's usually how entrepreneurs or higher achievers feel, high achieving athletes, high achieving celebrities, high achieving just, tech giants or whatever. These are like high achievers. These are people who get things going, because you have, we got Sagittarius energy here too. So you could be a Sagittarius. All right. So this is about like a lot of learning. This is about a lot of not intellectualizing, but this is more about like wisdom, higher information, having like not more information than everybody else, but genuinely like having the drive to learn more and know more and be in personal power of yourself. This is like an action-based person. This is people who put in effort, who put in time, who put in they have like a lot of value. They definitely put in a lot of effort and a lot of time, but they have like a lot of like values. Things are built on security and information, and basically they're the one that's always pushing things forward. They have a lot of charge, because just like this Mars energy is all about pushing, drive, ambition, but here in this one, this is motion. This is like noticing it, like being aware of it. And so they would pretty much teach you to be aware of that. And then we have Lilith here, which is Scorpio energy. Oh, wow, Scorpio energy. I forgot to tell y'all. So it's Scorpio here too. So this is about like pushing things forward, taking control. And Scorpio loves control. So this is that through information, through learning. This is empowerment, self-empowerment. They would teach you, to be stronger in your own beliefs. This will build you a level of security and financial wealth or financial well-being. All right. They teach you about being passionate about the things that you truly care about, because the stars, when I'm looking at here with the High Priestess in reverse, which is usually about not listening to your own inner guidance, sometimes listening to the judgment of other people, allowing others to tell you where you're headed, where your North Star is. And that's kind of like what I'm looking at, because look, she's looking at like the North Star, And so this would be you listening to other people, but this pile of people who if you were to get into a relationship with these type of people, they would push you towards going where you think you should be, where you feel you should be. This is personal power, all right? And this is your third eye chakra. So this has to do with intuition. And that's exactly what this card says, intuition. So this would have to do with your intuition. Believing in a higher power, a higher source, or believing at least in yourself, in your own higher guidance, your own inner knowing. And then I'm seeing this, the crescent moon that's showing out here. And that crescent moon is always about being an initiator, getting things started. People born under the crescent moons are initiators. They're trendsetters. They make things happen. So this is what this power would be. This is what this relationship would be if you were to intermingle with this person. They are a doer. They are a shaker. They are a mover. They are a learner. They could be a writer. They could be a banker, they could be a nurse, they could be a traveling expert, they could be a college professor. These are like intelligent people, but they're really more into like getting things done. They're very upbeat, they're optimistic, there's not a lot of chilling energy. They're always on the go. There's no chilling here, But they do have stability, they have security, they have possessions that make you feel good, So, this is this type of people. So this is the advice I got. It says, trust your intuition. Know that what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. These people will empower you because this is about self-empowerment, self-confidence, personal authority. This is solar plexus energy. So this is what these people would be, showing you, or what this person would show you if you were to get into a relationship with them. They'd be showing you that, finding a balance and finding what works for you. So this would be like trusting in you, you know what I mean? Because like I said, the high priestess in reverse is not trusting in your own inner guidance. And so that's what they would have you, like never giving up on your dreams, trusting in which it is that you believe to be true for you. You know what I mean? They have their own traditions. Taurus is stubborn energy. They have their own traditions. They don't like to change much. Scorpio too. Scorpio's a fixed sign. That's that fixed energy. So this type of relationship would be a person who stays focused on what it is they want to achieve. They don't look left. They don't look right. Just steadfast forward, and they push things forward with gusto, with pride, with intuition, and with the ability to keep an open mind and to experience everything that's around them. And that's what they would teach you. To learn as much as possible and to actually take a step to get things going and learn on the go. All right. So, Pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house. Here, get over a little doggy. Boom. Pile 2. So, Pile 2, how would you grow from this relationship? Or in what ways would you grow from this relationship? Okay, that's kind of short. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I like this. So, Pile 2 could be dealing with, or you could be Capricorn, a Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, or no, Scorpio, I'm sorry, Scorpio, Pisces, and that's what I got for signs. You could be that, or this could be that type of, this could be the person that you may be dating. Or, not, I said dating, but it's not really what I mean. It could be just somebody that you're just inquiring about, my bad. All right, but this would be because I got 5th house here, and I seen the heart, and that's why I say it could be somebody that you're dating, but it doesn't have to necessarily be, right? But this would be a person who would teach you about being in charge, being an authority of yourself, and how to be not necessarily upright, but doing the right thing for your appearance amongst others. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at showstopper with authority. Now, 10th house can represent, because it's 10th house, and that's Capricorn energy, and that usually rules public perception. But something that I recognized about Leo and the 10th house, public perception. Leo rules entertainment, being acknowledged, being seen, so they would teach you about being regal, about how your appearance is in the world and in your community at large, because it's right here. But from a detached, from a more of an integral and from a lighthearted perspective, all right? These would be people that would teach you pretty much how to get over things that have bothered you, get over past hurts, past issues, and learning how to join forces and working together, not overpowering one than the other. This will also be a type of person who gives you that feeling of having a God complex, of kind of feeling like, sometimes people would see them as users, all right? And these type of people do sometimes come off as users. But it's not intentional, and I can see why this would come off as being, a user, because these are people who can handle change. They handle change very well, they don't struggle with it, but they accept it. They're very aware of when it's time for things to change and evolve, is what I'm getting, you know what I mean? And they're also people who are very good with communication and with connection. I say communication, but it has to be communication because we got a lot of sword energy here, and we have a lot of community, and we have alliance. So there's definitely have to be, and we have sword here again with the Ace of Swords. So there has to be a lot of communication, but these people would teach you more about coming together, learning how to use every bit of source that you have, every bit of might, every little bit of possession that you have, friends, family, the resources outside, nature, and using every last bit that's around you, like being super resourceful, and how to make right past wrongs. They would teach you basically like a level of integrity that would have you admired amongst your community, that would have you admired amongst your higher ups. People would admire you. People would respect you. All right, because you got the showstopper with the 11th house, and authority is about being a person in charge, but firstly being in charge of yourself, becoming self-aware, and this shows up here, crown chakra. And crown chakra is about being tapped in, having divine wisdom, allowing yourself to perceive the information that's being downloaded to you and being able to apply it as well. It's kind of like synthesizing sunlight for plants. It's the same thing when it comes into us, when we get these divine inspiration or these divine ideas, or let's not even call them divine ideas, just when we get these sparks of what we call genius, or these sparks of inspiration to make a move. That's what this is. These are downloads. All right. So these are people who feel like they're powerful creators, that they can do anything. So that's why I told you that this would be like that God complex, because this is what this is about. They would kind of give that energy of thinking, not necessarily saying that they're better than other people, but giving the air or the flair that they had to keep themselves to a higher level, to a higher perspective. There's like a level of integrity that they're just not willing to compromise on. But they would also teach you, because boosting here, I see a lot of creativity. I see a lot of yellow. I see a lot of purple. I see a little bit of blue, which would be, that's like sometimes these people could be nearsighted or nearsighted, where they're not narrow-minded, where they only see what it is that they see, how they see it. So it's kind of like they make their own rules, and other people just kind of abide by it, But if they do any wrongs, they know how to patch it up. They know how to come back and fix these things up, because that's what it is. Like, they handle conflict, or they handle change, in a subtle way. Sometimes they go with it. Sometimes they might get, kind of caught up in it, because this is where I'm seeing it, like, because change in the wind can sometimes mean that it's divinely orchestrated. When it's in reverse, it can mean that it's divinely orchestrated. And when it's right next to this conjunction, this is like a joining of that force of like working with the divine when it's breaking things apart. So these people, they pretty much handle obstacles and issues pretty well, or this person, they handle obstacles or mishaps pretty well. They know what to do. They make use of it, is what I'm saying, because conjunction means like joining forces, strengthening something, enhancing something. So if it's really bad, they know how to enhance this into something that's going to work out better for them, because sword can also mean making a past wrong right, and it's right next to conjunction, and it's lined up all in this way for me. So that's how it's being read. All right. But anyway, these people will also teach you about speaking your truth, being straightforward, being more direct, and they will also teach you about cutting people off. They would teach you about cutting people off very much, because we got the three of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the Ten of Swords in reverse right next to each other. But at the same time, right, because this could also be about, that's how I would see it, what I mean? Because that has nothing to do with shared resources. But that's what I was kind of getting to, is like not like cutting people off, not sharing resources. That's kind of what I was picking up from that. But three of Pentacles has nothing to do with resources. But that's what came, not cutting people off from resources. So that's who maybe these people are. Maybe they have resources and they cut people off. So, and we have community. So maybe they do have like a community, a network. So these people would teach you how to cut people off from your network or from your friend group, or cut people off who aren't in your best interest, who aren't helping you with your craft or helping you build. Like if they're not cooperating, that's it. Cut people off who aren't cooperating. That's what they would teach you. And they would teach you to be more aware of people who aren't basically helping you out, people who aren't an asset to you. They would teach you this, you know what I mean? These people also, like I said, they would boost your creativity. So this is pink. I don't know what color pink was exactly. So don't get me lying what chakra that is. You know what I mean? It could be, I want to say it could be like a sacral chakra, but I always kind of thought of it as like a rubyish red, but whatever. So anyway, it says, your advice says, creativity. We, your angelic messengers, are here to unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. Yeah, okay, so that would make sense. That's why the fifth house is here too. So, okay, so they would also be teaching you how to be more creative, how to really enjoy yourself. Maybe they would get you out a little bit. I don't see Capricorn or Scorpio being those type of people who would get you out. Maybe not in Pisces, but this has to do here with like entertainment, hobbies, creativity, you know, and this was your advice here. So I guess that's what these people would teach you, is how to be creative, how to express yourself, how to get maybe, because you got showstopper here too. So this is how to get noticed by a community or noticed by the public. They would teach you like your public face. Yeah, that's what these signs would teach you, how to be seen by the public, how to be admired by the public, you know, and how to handle change gracefully, you know, and becoming more aware of your surroundings and the people around you, you know, and learning how to use them, or, you know, use them in a way that's going to benefit you. And if you wrong someone, like, it's always like this whole pile is about keeping your face clean, pretty much like keeping a clear image and always looking like, you know, a prize, or looking like the god, you know. And that's pretty much the energy of what this pile was, you know, and teaching you how to use your best talents and skills to move forward in life. So pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo 1 at their house. Boom, pile 3. So pile 3, how would you grow from this relationship? Okay, so these people would teach you, because the first card out is a South Node, which, you know, has to do with your past, but doesn't always have to do with your negative past. Sometimes it could be about a call for you to learn, to, or either to call on skills that you already previously possess, or to release those behaviors that you have because they're no longer relevant for the stage of life that you're in. And then we have 12th house inspection, or introspection. So this would be like looking back at like past wrongs, or not past wrongs, but like past situations that, you know, or past behaviors, because we also have taboo, and we have milk and honey in reverse, which could be also overindulgence. So these people would get you out of like negative patterns, habits, traits that you've always exercised for a very long time. This person or these people. Now, this could be an Aries, could be a Sagittarius, could be a Virgo, could be a Libra, or it could be you, or it could be a Pisces. It doesn't have to be, but, you know, these are the signs I have, all right? But this person would basically shake you out of a rut, shake you out of the old way of being maybe a bit too passive. You know, they would teach you to find your secret desires, or find what really empowers you. You know, because this is Lilith, and Lilith is usually about intensity or untamedness. Like she was basically, I don't want to go too far into the mythology of it, because then I'll get lost with where I was going. But she was basically, you know, the wife before Adam, you know, before Eve. And, you know, she just didn't want to submit. She wanted to be free, equal, you know. And so this is that energy of like respect, self-respect, you know, but it's considered as taboo for you to be free, for you to be untamed, and for you to be so unbridled. So they would break you out of that habit of maybe being so maybe submissive or docile, you know, maybe being too lax, too chill. Because milk and honey could mean like an overindulgence of, you know, almost like hedonism, where you're smoking too much, you're eating too much, you're drinking too much, you're doing too much of one thing, you know, or you're relying on old ways and old traits or old behaviors to get by. So they would cause you to look at this, you know, they would cause you to basically take some time in to like hone in on like your intensity, you know, like, because Volcano is here about having underlying rage or having underlying emotions. So they would teach you to basically empower yourself through these underlying emotions that you deeply have. They would basically bring that out, and it would seem like a taboo, because this is what isn't traditionally seen. All right, taboo is just like what's not traditionally accepted, you know. And so they would basically help you evolve. All right, these people would push you toward, or this person would push you towards your destiny and your passion. They would give you, because you got solar plexus here 2 times, and we have sacral chakra here 1 time. So this is about creativity. This is about trusting in your own power, trusting in your own body, being at home within yourself, you know what I mean, making choices for yourself, being headstrong. But this is also about defending your beliefs, defending your rights, you know, defending your space, being very passionate emotionally about it, trusting in your feelings. And then we have the scepter here, which is Saturn energy and Venus energy, which would be about like it's the energy of being a bit. So that would soften Saturn. Venus would soften Saturn. So it would be like trying to find a better place within society. You know, like like finding your proper place in society. You know what I mean? But like maybe taking, this is also like forward thinking or finding a higher station in life or a better position for yourself by like forward thinking, being analytical, you know, have forethought to what it is that you plan to do, being very perceptive with your plan. You know, this would be that type of person that they, or these type of people, you know, they would teach you to honor yourself, you know, do what you love, you know, follow your passions. They would teach you how to juggle that and this energy of being an overthinker. So they would trust you more. They would teach you more to follow like a passion. You know, they would have you to be more like a passion and know how to transition through life and not to just kind of like dwell on or keep repeating the same behaviors. You know, because the Seven of Swords could sometimes be self-deception. It can also be catching people, you know, but it's right next to the Two of Pentacles. And in this context, I'm feeling it more like a juggling act. You know, learning how to handle two things at one time, learning the balance, you know what I mean? Learning the balance of sometimes being really perceptive and then sometimes being on the move or being active, you know, knowing when to defend yourself, knowing when to be on guard, knowing when to kind of like protect yourself, and then knowing when to actually be out and expressing yourself and letting yourself be seen, and, you know, standing your ground pretty much, because this Kali energy can represent standing your ground. It represents usually defending your beliefs, and once you've proven yourself right, then you know it's a time for you not to gloat. It's just a time for you to, like, you know, I won that, and you know what it is, but not to, you know, harp on it for too long. It's one of those situations, like they'll teach you to evolve, to move up in life, you know, to follow where you really desire to be, like to follow your real desires. All right. Evolution is the big thing, and destiny shows up here. So these are like the biggest things: doing what you want, only attracting things that are for your highest good. But like this is like really believing in yourself, you know, and believing in what it is that you believe in, and being very passionate and headstrong about it, but also being very practical and analytical about it, and being very perceptive about what it is that you're seeing. So this is like fluctuating between being impulsive and being analytical, you know what I mean? So it's like almost that's kind of like a nice mix here for these people, you know what I mean? Because they're going to get you out of that behaviors that you've always known and always been comfortable with. And that will be their intention here. Now, oh yeah, they're going to teach you about relationships and balancing and learning where the balance is in relationships. You know, reconnecting with the feminine energy or your creative side, you know, your outgoing side, you know, your childish side, your inner child side, pretty much. All right. Yeah, teaching you to be open with, you know, to other perspectives. You know what I mean? That's really it. Being able to move past where you were through forethought and through analyzing where you've been and where you are. You know, learning to be vulnerable, you know, and finding strength in being vulnerable. You know, you don't always have to be right, you know, but defend what it is that you believe is what these people would teach you. You know, pursuing things that ignite your soul. That's really the big thing here. Like, going after the things that you really want. They would teach you to be more headstrong and not so complacent or so docile or so laid back and just kind of like letting life take advantage of you. All right. Or overthinking situations and not, you know, making a move. So that's what they would do. So, Pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie. Oh, wait. You still here? I got advice for you too. It says, positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. That's definitely Aries and Sagittarius energy. They don't give a shit. All right. Virgo too. I don't know about Libra. Libra could sometimes be a people pleaser, but if you get them on a bad day, because they are the other side of Aries. So if you get Libra on a bad day, you can definitely see what they about too. But anyway, it says positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime. Yet, it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Yep. So, Pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Ooh. Boom. Power 4. All right, so power 4. How would you grow from this relationship? Okay, could be a Leo, could be a Libra, could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But they would teach you to trust in the mystery of life, all right? And to acknowledge when you're being undervalued or underappreciated. You know, to notice when you're being breadcrumb, or to notice when you are breadcrumbing other people. To notice where you're putting your resources in the wrong places. The first card that came out, though, was Invitation and Descendant. But but what I picked up first was the Tarot. The Moon and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And this would be about being impractical, about resources, and practical about where you actually start situations at. Sometimes it could be about missed opportunities, you know, and but I'm feeling here it's like being aware of it. You know what I mean? They would teach you kind of like to trust in the mystery of life, because we have the fall, and this is going towards Neptune energy, which says mystery. So they would be teaching you about trusting in the mystery of life, trusting in your own intuition against the better judgment of other people. You know, sometimes they would break you out of that energy of being a people pleaser, because we have unexpected, which is usually about, it's a comet. And in this deck, this is about disruptions, things happening out of nowhere, you know, almost like Uranus energy, you know what I mean? But it's like disturbances, you know, and they would teach you how to find your own balance, pretty much, you know, find your own beliefs. Because I see Taurus, even though it's not the second house, it is Taurus, which still rules second house energy, which would be about being stubborn and being about having traditions or having beliefs, strong beliefs. So when disturbances come around, you would find your own balance, and you would trust in your own beliefs, or you would trust in your own stubbornness. You know, the way you see it would be the way you see it. It wouldn't be swaying you, all right? But they would have you still as a person who would be a bit dreamy and a bit imaginative, or a bit like flowy, like watery, mutable, you know what I mean? Because you could be a Pisces as well. This could be a Pisces, I'm sorry. This could be a Pisces, because the moon does represent Pisces. Some people say Cancer, so if you want to say Cancer, then you could rock with it and say Cancer. It don't really matter, all right? We got Neptune energy here again, which is Pisces energy again. But Descendant was the first thing that came out. So this is about the way that you see the world, all right? The way that you see, not the world, but the way that you see people in it. The way that, like, what you respect about people would change. The vision, how you see people and what you respect about them would change. You know what I mean? You would have your own judgment, because the fall represents not taking a leap, or sometimes deciding between taking a leap for other people's like, you know, not taking the leap, deciding on whether to take the leap or not, because some people may think you'd be foolish for doing it. So it's like deciding your own beliefs and being cool with that. Like, I'm not hearing what nobody's saying. You would be more stubborn and more believing in what it is that you have in your mind or in your mental space, what you're capable of. You'd be more sure of your capabilities. You know, maybe you'd have another vision of community or of your people. There would be tension within the community that they would have. So they would teach you more about like your willpower, push and pull dynamics, power struggles. They would teach you that, and how to handle uncertainty. So maybe, okay, so they would teach you how to be open, learning how to console yourself. You know, like just, okay, so pretty much teaching you how to go with the adventure, like to be open to other people, be open to like the community, but still have your own beliefs, you know. So this is like watery energy, and I feel the Libra energy of flowing, you know what I mean? But like when situations don't go as planned, okay, I'm okay with it. You know, this is like the Taurus energy can be like comfortable at home, you know, Leo and Virgo energy, because we got Virgo here too. Wow, I didn't see Virgo here. He was hiding in the cut. All right, so this is kind of like not being like, just like being within a community yet being independent, you know. But this isn't like, it's not like super independent. It's like I can get along with people. They would teach you to get along with people and to be able to see the community at large and to see yourself as part of the community, but yet not be affected by the beliefs of the community. You know, having your own sense of imagination, having your own sense of balance, yet being able to get along with people very well and handling disturbances or uncertainty or vagueness, like knowing how to handle that, you know, being okay with that, you know, because the moon in reverse can sometimes be things that are revealed and they aren't as pleasant, or they aren't what you would hope they would be. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can see a little bit more clearly of what's going on. You know what I mean? And it kind of like, it makes things. But see, it's the moon and it's Neptune energy, so this is all like watery, foggy energy. So they would teach you how to deal with vagueness, and be at peace either which way it goes for yourself. You know what I mean? Handling unexpected changes, handling disturbances, but still being a rock, still being firm, still being reliable for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you would have expectations for people, but you would have a more keen perception of the people at large who are around you. You would recognize when you're being undervalued or underappreciated. You would recognize when you're putting your time and your efforts in the wrong places. These things wouldn't be hidden from you anymore, or they wouldn't be hidden from you at all. But you would be very open and very lighthearted. So they would kind of make you more giving as well, because community with the heart chakra would give me like giving. But I also see they would give you an opportunity for growth for sure. It would be like a lot of push and pull with these people, because there would be a lot of vagueness, a lot of uncertainty. You wouldn't really be quite sure what's going on. They're like a wild card in your life. This sometimes they fluctuate between being very extremely smart and being very extremely stupid. All right. But they would teach you how to deal with the confusion, like trusting in your own intuition. They would teach you about how to be harmonious with people, but they would also teach you when you're being a people pleaser, and when you're being unappreciated, and when you're being undervalued, or when you're being taken advantage of. Because I see the Page of Pentacles almost like being like as a missed opportunity, but sometimes it's taking advantage of a situation. That's why it feels like a missed opportunity. It's like I missed an opportunity to take advantage of a situation. So you would become aware of it with the moon. You know what I mean? That intuition would pick up. These people would help you boost your intuition. That's pretty much it. It would be very watery, but you would be like, it would almost be like you're in a very dreamy, romantic state with these people, and you wouldn't pretty much know what's going to happen, or with this person, you wouldn't really know what's going to happen. The way that you see people would be kind of like in a rose tinted, because it's like it wouldn't really be all the way clear. It'd be a lot of push and pull. It'd be a lot of tension. It'd be a lot of stress. It'd be a lot of power struggles. So it'd be like a lot of ego battles. This would be a lot of but this is cool though, because it's not really, I mean, it's bad. It's not bad, because it's when I see square here, I know that this would be like a tensionful relationship. Like, it would be very stressful. Like, but there's a lot of pros and cons to it. Like, it would, because wherever square is, that means that there's a lot of growth. You're gonna grow a whole lot, and you're gonna become a master in a starting stage wherever you have a square at. Once you work through that, you become like, almost like mastery in it. And so that's what this would be. This relationship would cause you to grow a whole lot, because you would have to trust in your own natural abilities. You would have to learn how to comfort yourself. You would have to learn to trust in your intuition. You would have to really sense out when you're being taken advantage of, or when you're being shortchanged. You would have to still at the same time be open with your feelings and your emotions. You would have to you would have to be in touch with your feelings. Your heart chakra is what would grow here. You would learn to be more in touch with what you truly feel and what you truly believe. Because the way that you see people is skewed. You know what I mean? Or the way that you would see them would be kind of skewed. You would see them in a dreamy state, not really clearly for who they are or how they are. They would be a person who gets along with you very well, or people who get along with you very well, and they handle uncertainty very well, but there would be a lot of vagueness with them. There would be a lot of materialism with them. There'd be a lot of comfort as well, you know what I mean? But this is also like romantic energy, but this would be a lot of energy of not really seeing them all the way clearly. But the good thing about it is that this would teach you more about yourself, about your own strengths. This will allow you to be more open and more receptive, more receptive and more accepting of how things are, you know what I mean? More accepting of your intuition is what I'm feeling like, and trusting in your own judgment over others. You were trusting your intuition and trusting what you feel over others. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let other people or any outside source confuse you about what you know to be true. So you would grow in a lot of leaps and bounds in a lot of ways, especially in times when you thought maybe you couldn't go on, or when you think that you can't do any more, or that this is enough, or this is too much. They would be able to teach you to push past those limits. They would definitely change the way that you see people, or what you expect from people. That's what would change. The way that what you expect from people would change. Your expectations would change. That's what, you would grow in that way. All right. Here's your advice. Positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes, whether through love, fear, or indifference. You are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. All right. So, pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house.